Hello everyone, welcome to WhiskyWars. Today we have two stout finished Irish whiskies to review, and they're both non-age stated whiskies. We have the Teeling Stout Cask, which is bottled at 46%, and we're going to be reviewing it today against the Jameson Stout Cask, part of the Caskmates series, bottled at 40%. Now, there is a significant price difference between the two of these whiskies. The Teeling is going to be twice the price of the Jameson. So, is it twice the whiskey? Let's find out. And of course, with every whiskey war, I'm going to be describing not only the notes of each, but the differences. And that's the main thing that I try to convey in the videos. It's really, what are the differences? Which one has the stronger stout cask finish? Which one is more chocolatey, more coffee? Please do click the like button down below. And if you haven't already, please do click the subscribe button down below. That really helps the channel out. So thank you in advance. Okay, let's go. Let's get started. Let's pour the Teeling. Okay, there goes the Teeling. Okay, off the nose on the Teeling, the first thing you're going to do, even if you didn't know it was stout cask finished and someone just gave it to you, you're going to smell it straight away and go, stout cask finish. I would say the coffee note of a stout cask is coming across a little bit more strong than the chocolate note, but also the cream note. It's going to be more of a coffee dryness, maybe a coffee bitterness on the nose. If you've ever had cacao powder, not cocoa powder, cacao powder, that's quite similar to what you're getting here. It's quite dry. The coffee beans are definitely coming through, but I would say also like a cacao powder. So it's not going to be too sweet, actually. It's not going to be too creamy. It's going to be a little bit more of a dry coffee and a cacao powder. A few baking spices in there that I'm getting straight away. Cinnamon and ginger. Maybe a little bit of nutmeg as well. Okay, onto the Jameson. Oh, that's quite different actually. Okay, I wish I started on the Jameson, because you are picking up that drop in proof as well, which can make it seem less complex. But I would say the chocolate and the cream are stronger on the nose, at least for the Jameson. This is going to be cacao powder and coffee beans. Whereas this is a little bit more like milk chocolate and cream. That's what I'm picking up on the nose. Let's get stuck into the taste. It's a good whiskey. My downside to this whiskey is going to be that ethanol taste that does come through. It is quite thin. But that's the price. I mean, it's very cheap whiskey. What I would say is, for a stout cask influenced whiskey, it's very good. And again, just like the taste, I'm getting chocolate and cream, more so than coffee. Simple but effective. And it's interesting because I would hazard a guess, I think most people would prefer the notes of chocolate and cream than they would a dry coffee bean and cacao powder with baking spices. Let me know in the comments down below which one you would prefer, but I think the masses would prefer chocolate and cream. And I really want to emphasise, that chocolate really does come across far more of a cocoa powder than a cacao powder. It's more sugary, you're getting more of a milk chocolate than a dark chocolate. And that creamy sugariness is coming through as well, a lot more than it would on the Teeling. So let's try the taste on the Teeling. Yeah. Just like the nose, both of these whiskies come through on the taste. The Teeling is spicier and drier than the Jameson. And it's going to be that coffee bean and it's going to be that cacao powder. This is a more bitter whiskey. This is a more sweet whiskey. I don't think buying both of these is redundant, because I think both of them offer enough of a different experience to keep you interested. So that's something to consider as well. This one does definitely come down to taste preference. A lot more wood spice in the Teeling as well. I have to be honest with you guys. So price, €50, €25, but if you get it on a deal, €20. I have to be honest, if I'm going for a stout cask influence of a whiskey, I love that chocolate and cream. There's a little bit of coffee here as well, but it's not as much as here. But that little bit more of that sweeter touch, that more dessert-like touch, for half the price, or in some cases less than half the price, for me, it's going to surprise maybe a few people, but I would shoot for the Jameson. I think it's a value for money whiskey. So for me, the winner today is going to be the Jameson Stout Cask. And that beats out the Teeling Stout Cask, which is more than double the price. So yeah, maybe a little bit controversial. Do let me know in the comments down below which one you prefer of the two, if you've had both of them. But I would say save your money and go for the Jameson. That's just my take on it. So if that helped, please do leave a like on the video, and please consider clicking the subscribe button down below. It really helps the channel out. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all for the next Whiskey War.